Quiet on set. Cameras rolling. Action. Cut.
Sorry, guys. Look, I think I need to change it up. It's not me. Maybe try something more casual. Yeah, this works. Yeah, much better. I like it. All right, let's go for take 2.
Quiet on set. Cameras rolling. Action.
Hold on.
Cut.
You know what? I'm good. We don't need this. All right, guys. Welcome to the show on the go with me, Vinn Sander. All right, guys. I am super excited for today's guest. You guys all know her. She's been in a lot of Dhar Mann videos. She and I have collaborated on a bunch of stuff. We've actually worked together on a bunch of Dhar Mann videos too. She is your favorite bad girl from Dhar Mann, and she's actually a really sweet person in person. And all right, let's bring her out. Mair, come on in.
Hi. Coming out like the water from the sky. I'm going in,
Do your thing.
in a really big.
What's up?
How you doing?
Hey.
Luna, yep, she's just our mediator here.
This is our mediator? This is great. Life doesn't get much better than
She just
that.
loves to get pet, man. That's like her favorite thing.
Well, this is great.
Yeah, thanks for coming on. It's been so long since we worked together.
I know. When was the last time
I was
we
just
did
gonna
it?
ask you, do you remember our last video together? Was it the shoe salesman one?
Was it? That was like over a year ago.
Was it?
No, we've done other ones since then. Oh no, we did Valentine's Day. We did the
Oh
Valentine's Day.
yeah, that's
so I was
right.
like, I know we
I
did
do
something.
remember that. That was a good one. Wow. Yeah, Valentine's Day, and then before that, the question I had for you is, do you remember our first video together?
I do.
You do?
It was my very first Dhar video.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Which one? Do you remember?
It was with me, Catherine, you, and Carl. And you were playing like the administrator at a college.
Counselor.
Or
Yes.
or like a counselor or something.
Yeah, I remember that one.
And I was trying to get, Catherine played my mom, and I was trying to get a scholarship to school.
Right.
And she judged Carl going into an elevator,
yeah.
and then he ended up being the person who was paying for my scholarship.
That's crazy.
So-
That's wild. I do remember that one very specifically because I remember we had issues with the elevator scene, or the crew had issues with the elevator scene.
Yeah.
There was something off with the lighting. I don't remember what exactly it was.
Well, just shooting in elevators is horrific in general.
It is.
Like, you
I don't think
need
people
to-
realize that. Like, there's so much that goes into shooting these videos that it's not even released ever to the public because we just have to go through it. We go through what, like 12-hour days some days.
Yeah.
It's long days, but they always do a great job making the video turn out really nice. And yeah, it's always fun, right?
It's always a lot of fun. But yeah, there's always technical like glitches.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's like doors opening and closing on an elevator, like trying to get the line, okay, you've got like 10 seconds, ready, set, and then all of a sudden the door doesn't close on time and you're like,
Yeah.
what? So you're just like waiting in an elevator over and over
Right,
and over
exactly.
again.
And you're one of the OGs too, I feel like, because you were also there when Dhar was just like they were smaller. They weren't as big as they are now.
Yeah.
They were, I think, like a 2-person crew, right? When John was there, Ruben was there.
It was a 2-man crew for real.
Yeah, and that
dude.
one loft, I can't believe how much they took advantage of that one loft, man.
Oh yeah.
We filmed
yeah.
so many of the videos. If you guys go back and look through all the videos we filmed, that loft is in almost probably more than 90% of that.
Yeah, during that time
It was
frame
a
for
long
sure.
time, yeah.
And the parking garage too.
The parking garage.
Dude, did you ever see this guy on TikTok? He's a Dhar fan. I wish I knew his name because I would totally shout him out right now.
Yeah.
But he does this this reenactment of like a Dhar Mann sketch, but it's
really?
all just him in his bedroom type of thing, right?
I have not. No.
And then he's comes in, he's playing the wife, and he's like, oh yeah, honey, I'm pregnant. What? I'm out. 14 years later, cut to somewhere in a random parking garage.
That's hilarious.
And it's like the kid's like a boxer now, and then the dad comes in and he's like, now that you're a big boxer, man, you know, you think you could help me out? I'm homeless. And I was like, oh man. But he is actually a fan, and he was like super stoked when we started commenting on the video and stuff.
There's so many of those I've seen. I know Carlos and Chaz, like both have showed me multiple different videos of like people reacting to us, which is really cool. I mean, it's awesome that our videos that we've been in has impacted so many people that they decided to react to them. Like, it's awesome. I love it.
I know. It started out as like just the cringe videos though, and that was.
I remember those. I remember like the first, like the negative review.
Yeah.
I think it was. I don't remember who it was. I think someone on set showed me the video. I was like, oh wow, I'd never heard of this before. Yeah. And that's when I started like looking more into it, and I saw like a whole bunch of reviews people have been doing on these videos. But hey man, you kind of have to block out the haters.
Yeah, you know, and honestly, I think it gets so much more love than hate now, you know, and then the production value has also gone up.
Oh, tremendous.
So much. Yeah. So, you know, and there's so many young people who really enjoy watching them, and it's really cool because I'm like, when you ask them like, what is it that you like most about the videos? One, they like the fact that they're short, so they can watch a lot of them.
Exactly.
You know? And for kids, you know, like whether it's like in between like classes or, you know, if they're just like doing homework and then you're taking a break real quick, it's not like they're stuck watching a whole long episode. Then they can also binge watch them, but they like the message. They're like, we like that it has a positive. And I'm like, that's really, because a lot of times like watching like Disney shows and stuff, it wasn't always a positive message.
True.
You know?
Especially if you go back now and rewatch some of the shows that we used to watch when we were younger.
Right.
I could totally see that. It's funny. And it's crazy how much like impact these videos have been having on people. Like I'm sure you get the same messages almost daily probably from fans all over the world. So thank you guys for reaching out to us and you know, showing your support, showing your love, because I know we appreciate all the messages we get.
We do.
I try to read almost every one of them and you know, try to respond when possible, but thank you guys. It really means a lot to us and for you guys showing our support. So it's awesome.
Yes, thank you. And sometimes it's hard to get through all of them, but like that doesn't mean like, and even if we don't get a chance to respond, it doesn't mean that we didn't see it.
Exactly.
So thank you for constantly reaching out and supporting, and the fan art is pretty cool too.
Yes, the fan art. I love the fan art. Whenever I see them, I'm just curious, like how do you guys come up with this? It's awesome. It's so creative, man.
I know.
I love it. So Mair, tell the audience where you're from. I don't think I've ever asked you.
Yeah, so I was born in DC, Washington, DC. Then I grew up in Northern Virginia, right across the bridge in a town called Vienna, which is like Fairfax County, Tyson's Corner area. For those of you guys who know the East Coast, it's pretty hopping little spot. And then when I was a teenager, I moved, kind of late teens or whatever, I moved back into the city. And I was living in DC for a while and going back and forth to New York and stuff, doing the industry thing. And then I was coming out to LA constantly for a while. So eventually made the move out here. And so now I guess I am like an LA native.
Are you?
So to speak.
How long have you been here?
I've been here 7 years.
7 years? Oh wow.
So I think
I'm getting up there. I'm at 6 right now.
Yeah. So it takes a while to like become adjusted and to, I think, kind of get your bearings straight and whatnot. But once you do, like it's the first few years in LA are tough.
It definitely.
They're tough.
Definitely is.
You know, they are. But just, you know, keep going for it. Keep grinding. Especially if you're out here for entertainment. It's an interesting.
It's a roller coaster ride, is how I like to say it, man. We get our highs and we get our lows, which can be really low. But the highs can be really high too. So.
Oh yeah.
But for you, did you initially come out to LA for acting, or was it something else?
I came out. I am a musician, and so that was kind of my main gig. I started out just to get into the industry when I was a teenager. I was doing commercial acting, or commercial modeling, sorry, and then I did do a little bit of acting, some independent films. And I loved it. I really did. I've always loved acting. But music was really where my heart was, and I was in a development program kind of, and then I ended up signing with under Warner Music Group, and I was with them for a couple of years.
That's
or
awesome.
maybe like quite a few years, and then I switched over to Universal and was with them for a few years. And right around that time, that's when I decided to make the move out to LA. I was either going to go to New York because the labels are headquartered there, and my reps kept saying, you have to pick a major hub. Like, what are you doing in DC, dude? You know? I was like, oh man. But yeah, no, and I wanted to grow, and you know, so I came out here and had, you know, ended up having a major falling out with my music management, and which eventually led me to having a huge falling out with my label reps, and I was just like, I'm going independent completely. And you know, and I guess I didn't really know what I was gonna do. I was so like hard-headed and kind of like, I'm just gonna keep going. So I was doing like a revenge album.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And I was in the recording studio, and I had started just like as a kind of a side hustle. I had a friend, Chad Ritterbach from Bach Creative. You guys are familiar with the casting game in LA. He's a big casting director. Him and his partner Tarek, they own Bach Creative Casting and do a lot of music videos, commercials, that type of stuff.
Right.
So he was like, you need to get into, you can make some money doing that. So I did. I started going out for auditions for commercials and stuff. I didn't have representation yet at the time. So I was just kind of trying to build my resume while recording in the studio. And I started getting work. I think that's the thing about LA. They love a fresh face.
Yeah,
they
true.
love seeing somebody that they haven't seen before.
Right.
So,
would you recommend, like, if for those future actors out there, would you recommend LA or New York based on your experience?
Well,
I guess let's split it up for acting and musician.
For me, I think acting and music. One, trends are always set by the West Coast. Just to be clear.
There you go. That's good to know.
Yeah. So, and I don't know if it's so much anymore, but I remember it used to be like I would come out to LA to record or something, and then you would hear the music that's on the radio out here.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's more streaming, so you're not really, people don't listen to the radio as much.
Right.
But you would hear something on the radio, and then like 2 or 3 months later, it would make its way to the East Coast.
Yeah,
so
there you go.
West Coast does dictate the trends, especially in pop culture. Also, it's one thing I noticed about LA. Now, mind you, both places can be pretty toxic. I think LA is a little bit cheaper than New York.
Is it really?
Actually, it's a lot cheaper than
New York?
Yeah, which is crazy to think about, right?
Yeah, it is. You're right.
So LA is cheaper. It's also more flat in the sense of like, if you're gonna go to a networking event in New York, it's on a rooftop at a spot where you gotta know how to get in. You gotta have a passcode, you gotta have the connections, you have to like, it's not really a place where you're just gonna bump into somebody on the street.
For fresh faces, it's a lot harder.
It's a lot harder in New York. Now, when you're in LA, you can just be at a restaurant and run into somebody. You can be at the coffee shop. I mean, this is where so many people live.
Yeah.
It is the entertainment capital of the world. So,
very true.
You know, and I think it's a little bit more open for, you know, now there's more competition, I would probably say, just because like there's so many people, but all you have to do is be good, be a good person, and do it for the right reasons, and trust me, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
And if you have like half of a brain, that goes so far. Like, okay.
No, that's great advice. That's great advice.
Well, there's a lot of really talented people who just don't think like straight. They just don't. And then it's the question of, why can't I make it? Why can't I make it? It's not about you. It's about, you're supposed to be giving a gift to other people. That's what people like about entertainers.
Right.
And if you're thinking about it in a selfish, I just want to be famous, I just want people to know who I am, I want people to see my talent. Everyone goes through that, especially in their early 20s, where you feel that way. I've done that myself, I'm guilty of it. But as soon as you get over that, and kind of let that go, like the whole world opens up for you in a different way.
True.
So
that's incredible. That's
Yeah.
awesome. So when did you run into Dhar Mann? And when did you start working with Dhar Mann? How did that whole thing come around?
well, one, it was that first shoot that you had already been in.
Did you audition for that, or did you
So I did audition for it, but I don't remember submitting for it.
That was the same case with me. I remember, well, no, I do remember auditioning for it, but I think I auditioned for a different role, and they called me in for something else. So I think that's kind of how my ball started rolling.
Okay.
But I'm curious how yours happened.
Yeah, so John, who was the producer at the time, he reached out to me. It was summer. Oh my God.
Yeah, it was like 3 years
Yeah,
ago,
it was
right?
3 years ago.
It was
It was right around this time.
Yeah.
My family has we have a family place in the Berkshires in Massachusetts, so that's where I like to spend my summers. So I was there, and I was getting emails from them that was, hey, we have this role in mind for you. We want you to, like, this cheerleader type of role. Would you be interested? And they were, I always have to bring this up because it's just so funny, but it was like, you know, our last viral video did really well. It has 70,000 views on Facebook.
That's where they started out, guys. 70,000 views.
Which is good.
Which is incredible.
Good.
Yeah, for just starting out, I feel like people are trying to get 100 views.
Oh, yeah.
70,000 is already so huge.
So, and I think that's probably the most viewed video to date. Either that or the Gold Digger one with Carlos.
Could be, yeah. Nowadays, like, everything's going viral. Like, millions and millions and millions of views. Like, almost, I think 10 million is like standard.
Yeah,
Almost.
10 million, it's like low.
Yeah, it's low. It's crazy. When you come from 70,000 3 years ago, that's very short if you think about it.
Yeah.
All the way up to 10 millions now, like, no big deal.
Yeah.
Wow.
And on Facebook, hundreds of millions on
God.
some of our videos.
That's incredible.
Yeah, which is just insane
reach.
to think about.
Yeah.
But yeah, so, and that's how you get into the billion numbers.
Right.
20 billion, over 20 billion views.
Oh my God.
Do you remember when we hit 1 billion?
I know.
Like a year.
There was a party, right? Do you remember like
we had a
Christmas
party.
Yeah.
And it was like a very small group of us because it was like the core cast, and like it was like, dude, can you believe we got
1 billion views?
And then it was like a month later, 5 billion. Then keep going and keep going. We're like,
it just
wait,
escalated.
What? Like, it was insane. It was absolutely nuts.
It was just so like crazy to me to see the progress. Like, just when we were starting out, at least when I was starting out, I didn't even know the potential of these videos, or like how big they could be and how much his reach was. And just like, I just did it for the love of it. I was like, oh, this is cool. It's an acting opportunity. I'll do it. And yeah, let's just see what happens. And boom. Now we're here. Billions of people have seen our faces. Billions of people know about us, know our names.
It's nuts.
It's like, it's crazy I can't even fathom it sometimes. I'm like, wow. I'm sure when you walk out, like, people see you walk out somewhere.
Yeah, it's a trip too. It's like, cause you can't really go, and also like with my hair, and then like even with like
unique look.
Yeah, so like if I have them like in pigtails, and even if I have a mask on, it's like, Dhar Mann girl,
right?
And they don't even know like our names. Sometimes they're just like Dhar Mann, and you're like, yeah, sure, why not?
That's the crazy part for me too. Like, people recognize me with my mask on. I'm like, how is it the hair? Like, what is it? But it's cool. I mean, I love it.
I think it's if when you see somebody so many times, you feel like you know them. Like sometimes, like I'll run into actors and I'll say like hi to them.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, hey, what's up? And I'm like, wait, I don't actually know you. I don't know you. I just watch you on TV all the time.
But I love it when fans come up to me and like say hi and like want to take pictures. I love it. I still get so like, I can't believe this is happening. Like, that's the crazy part for me, and it's really cool. It's really, really cool. And thank you guys. Like, anytime you guys see us around, I mean, come say hi. Please
feel free to say hi. I've started seeing the videos on TikTok where someone will like take a picture from far away.
Really?
And be like, I saw this person.
TMZ,
And I'm like, you know, you can just come say hi.
Right,
You could have gotten a selfie.
Right, exactly. We're nice people in person. I'm sure, you know, Mair plays the bad girl all the time, but she's actually really sweet in person.
It's just acting.
It's just acting. Okay, this is probably the most anticipated question. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Are you ready?
I'm ready for it.
Okay. Mair, what is your favorite color?
Green.
Green. I did
Yeah.
not know that. That's cool.
I know, I don't wear it a lot. Oh, I mean, you know, like turquoise or like teal, any
Yeah.
sort of, I love like trees and
Okay.
plants and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
I miss that being from the East Coast. It's very,
Green
very
there.
green.
Yeah.
So,
There you have it, guys. Green. I just have to ask every guest. Every guest I ask favorite color.
what's your favorite?
Red.
Red.
I also don't wear it often.
No.
I don't even think I own many red shirts. I don't think I own one.
You have a red couch.
No, yeah, I have a red couch for now. But like my car is red. I used to have a motorcycle at one point, which was red. Like usually I like things that are red, but I don't know if I like it necessarily on myself. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of a weird thing. I'm not even sure. I don't think I think about it consciously, but I'm just attracted to red. Yeah.
It's a great
It's a
color.
great color.
It's a great color.
So, how would you describe yourself as like more of an introvert or an extrovert?
Probably an introverted extrovert, I would say.
Yeah, I can relate to that. Yeah.
You know, like very, I'm a Gemini, so
Okay.
we're very good at adapting to different social situations. Yeah, I mean, I can get like really shy and nervous and stuff
Yeah.
sometimes, but for the most part, I am like, I don't like selling myself. That's one thing that I could never do sales.
Right.
Ever in my whole entire life. I know you
Yeah.
can make a really good living doing it. I just can't. It's
Yeah.
not, I can't sell myself. I'm not even good at selling other products. Unless somebody really already likes something, then I'm like, yeah, it's great, you know?
Right,
But
right.
I don't like trying to convince you to like me or like what I do. It's
Right.
just kind of like,
You just want your work to speak for itself.
basically,
That's
that
awesome.
type of thing.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And then, how are you more of an extrovert? Like, is it more like the comfort level with the people you're around?
I think so. Yeah, it depends on like the vibe and somebody's energy and all of that. Like, and you kind of, I don't like to like fake it and be like super hype all the time and stuff.
Right.
Like sometimes you just don't vibe with somebody and you're like, it's not like a I don't like you thing. It's just like it's that awkward silence.
Right.
You're like, I.
Right.
But no, I think I do like to be like outgoing and have fun and have conversations with people, but it depends on who the person is, you know, and I'm just kind of like, listen, I do enough acting as it is. I'm not gonna fake, I'm not gonna act in my personal relationships.
No, so when you were cast as like the bad girl in Dhar Mann, was that shocking to you, or did you know people or casting saw you in that way?
That was funny, actually.
Was it?
Yeah, that was very funny because my first role was not bad at all.
Really?
Right? It was. I was like this innocent.
Oh, that's right.
teen.
Yeah, from that video. Yep.
And then
How did that come around? That was my question.
it was funny. I got a text message from John, the producer, and he's like, "Hey, don't take this the wrong way, but we have this role for you that we think would fit you way better than, you know, the kind of innocent type of thing. Don't get offended, though. Don't get offended." And I was like, I'm not gonna get offended. I've
Yeah, it's
played,
acting, right?
you know, I've played drug addicts. I've played like
Wow, that's awesome.
like hookers. Like I've
Yeah.
played all sorts of things. So I was like, yeah, I won't be offended. And he sends it to me, and it's basically like, you know, I'm this gold digger or I'm a home wrecker. And then he just kept sending me more and more of those. And every time we'd be like, I'm so sorry, but here you go. And I'd be like, listen, dude, like I don't care. It's fun.
It's acting. That's
Yeah.
I think that's sometimes when people I don't know if have you gotten like negative comments or negative fans?
Oh,
comment to you?
absolutely. I mean,
Yeah.
not in person, no.
Yeah.
But because I think once you if you meet somebody in person, you realize even Ralph Fiennes, or like however you pronounce his name, Voldemort. He's actually a really nice guy.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah,
but
is,
he
yeah.
plays Voldemort. Okay,
Right.
so you would assume that he would be terrible. But no, they're not in person. But yeah, of course, you'll get those messages, and I just kind of laugh at them. And honestly, the loving messages so far outweigh. It's like a tiny percent of people being mean or nasty. And I think a lot of it has to because it's gotten more positive feedback. I think because we do kind of we do our own TikToks,
Yep,
we hang
exactly.
out, we do stuff like this, and people get to see okay, you're not that
Right. See us in real life.
person.
See who we are. Exactly.
Yeah.
Which is I think the goal of this, to actually get people to know you more than just Dhar Mann. Like, I know you have a movie that just recently came out, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's called Unchained.
How did that go?
Way better than I thought it would.
Yeah?
Yeah, it like sold out at Best Buy and stuff.
That's
and
amazing.
It got so much press, and it was like this like micro budget where, hey guys,
That's
we're making a
awesome.
movie type of thing.
Yeah.
And we were kind of just like, hey, we're gonna see where it goes and whatnot, and we just kind of wanted to get something under our belts. And yeah, I mean, well, we've got Eric Roberts is in it, Taya Valkyrie, or now she goes by, oh my gosh, she's going by a new name. She just got signed to the WWE. So she's in it, and so I think the Dhar Mann thing picked up so much, and then she has like this huge platform and fan base now too. So yeah, it did way better than we were expecting.
That's
we were
amazing.
like, it's this movie no one's ever gonna see, and we're like, oh, they're actually watching it.
That's the scary part, right? We do all this cool stuff and people actually start watching it. We get recognized for it. It's like, oh man, yeah, I did that thing.
I did that, yeah.
That's awesome, though. So what's the name of the movie?
It's called Unchained.
Unchained. What is it about? If you can give a little short description.
It's basically my character gets kidnapped and thrown into this world of underground female fighting. So yeah, it's basically like you fight to survive type of thing, and it's all about trying to figure out how to escape and and you know get freedom and whatnot. So I did do the theme song for it, Freedom, which I'm quite proud of. So.
Nice. Go check it out, guys.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Did you have to learn any stunts for that?
Oh yeah, there's a lot of stunts.
Yeah?
Because do you do stunts?
I do martial arts. I've done martial arts for a while, yeah.
Yeah, so you would not be proud of me, but that's...
That's still awesome. Did you have to go through any training?
A lot of training.
A lot of training?
Yeah, a lot of training just to be mediocre. Like...
No, I'm sure you did great. I'm sure you guys did great. Let us know in the comments what you guys think. But I'm sure you did great. That's awesome. So what kind of training did you have to do?
It was mainly boxing and kickboxing.
Yeah.
And just trying to... It was a lot of choreography. So that was the main thing, is to try to make sure that nobody gets hurt.
Right.
Which is slightly unavoidable, but...
True, every time, yeah.
Yeah.
There's got to be something. I mean, I've at least walked away with bruises, minimum.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. I can't wait till we get to do a Dhar Mann film or a video where there's stunts, there's action.
Oh, you know that's happening.
Oh, it's happening, guys.
You know
We're manifesting that right now.
We are
Manifesting that right now. It's happening, guys. I can't wait. It's gonna be so cool because you have your experience and I have my stunt experience, and it's gonna be great. Hopefully, we get to do that very soon, guys.
That would
Stay
be
tuned.
so cool. Oh my god, yeah.
I can't wait. So tell us a little bit about like your childhood. So what were you like in high school?
Whew.
Were you a different Mair than you are now?
I was the same Mair.
Yeah.
Wild. Wild. So wild. It was, yeah, I went to,
Only if you're comfortable sharing.
No, it's fine. It's all public knowledge. I actually went to, I went to public high school very briefly, and then I was in military school, and
really?
I ran away from there with my best friend, and then I got sent to a wilderness program, just like a scared straight. They kidnap you in the middle of the night, throw you in the back of a van, ship you out
I
to
didn't
the
even know
middle.
that was real.
It's a real thing.
Wow.
It's like movies could be made out of this. It's just absolutely.
Yeah, I feel like I've only seen that in movies.
It's like holes.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like that. It's like a real thing. So mine was not in the middle of a desert, but it's in the middle of the mountains. Just, you're not going anywhere.
That's wild.
Yeah, it was pretty intense. And when I got back from that, I was like, you know what? Because I didn't know, most kids who go there end up getting shipped to a therapeutic boarding school. You don't have contact with your parents either, really. So you're allowed to write letters, but they're they're screened. So if you say something that they don't want you to say, they'll black it out and stuff. So I didn't really know. I thought I was gonna go there, be there for a few months, get shipped to a therapeutic boarding school, and then you're stuck in the system, dude. And you're there until you're 18, or until you quote graduate, because when you're 18, you can legally leave. But where are you gonna go? You're still in the middle of nowhere. You have no money, no possessions, nothing. So it's a really rough cycle, and I was sure that that's what my life was going to be, and I was like, wow, so my life is just going to be wasted for the next like 3 or 4 years, and I want to be in entertainment, and there's so many things that I could be doing, and instead I'm here. And it's almost like being in jail as a kid. So as soon as I got out, luckily my mom kind of smelled something fishy and was like, nah, I'm gonna go get her. After a while. So she came and got me, and I was pissed. I was so mad. But it definitely brought us closer in our relationship. And after that, she's like, so what do you want to do? And I was like, I'm not going back to school. I don't like school. I'll graduate high school. I want to do online classes and start going to auditions. Because I want to be in entertainment. I'm wasting my life trying to pretend that I'm going to be doing anything else, because I'm not.
So you had the acting bug pretty early on.
Yeah.
Do you remember the first time you realized that's what you wanted to do?
I always, since I was like born,
That's
I just
awesome.
knew.
Yeah.
How about you?
Young too, pretty young. I mean, I remember growing up, I was born in India. I grew up in India till I was about 8 or 9. So there was one Hollywood channel that played English movies at the time there. And I would watch that nonstop all the time. I got hooked into movies. I think that's when I started realizing I wanted to be in entertainment, be an actor. Like, I would just watch the movies and get so mesmerized by them, by the storytelling. I'd be like, wow, I want to do that. Like, I want to be in that. I used to watch all like the Rocky movies, the Rambo movies, because they would play there were like marathons of those all the time. And I think even they were probably already released in the US, but they probably were released much later here or in India at the time. So I was so mesmerized by like all the action genre, the drama genre.
Yeah.
That's honestly when I started getting into working out. Yeah, that's honestly what got me into working out, was like Sylvester Stallone's character in Rambo and Rocky and his body. I was like, wow, like, okay, so I have to look like that to be on television. not really, but that's kind of like when I first developed the idea of like, all right, like I know what I want to do, but I didn't really know how I'm going to go about it. So the acting bug initially was very, very young, but I never pursued it or didn't have the means to pursue it until I was much later in life, like almost out of college.
Oh, wow.
Is when I started to, because I knew I wanted to move to California. I was in Colorado, Boulder, Colorado, for college, and then after graduation, I had to find some way of coming out here to California. I knew like no one could really support me. I was on my own, so my ticket to California was my day job, which I worked as an engineer.
And you're smart. You're very brainy, you know. And I'm sure your parents were like, buddy, we're not wasting this.
Thank you.
You're gonna have a backup plan.
Thank you. No. I mean, they were super supportive. My parents are awesome. Like, I couldn't have asked for better parents. You know, they do everything they can for me. And by the end of the day, I still had to figure out how to get into this industry.
Yeah.
So it's like you were saying, it's a freaking roller coaster ride, man. Like there's no guidebook, there's no rule book. You just kind of have to navigate through and collaborate with like-minded people and just kind of
build your community.
Keep going, keep going. Acting classes helps, you know, fine-tune your craft.
Well, you're very talented and you're a good person, which is so nice. Thank you. It's good to see somebody succeeding who's a good person. And there are so many good people in this industry.
There are.
And you know, I think that's a lot of it is people have to want to work with you, because there is a lot of competition. So if somebody doesn't want to work with you, bye-bye. Go get someone new, you know? So yeah, and that's very key. And I think that's part of the Dhar Mann fam. Too.
I was just gonna say, yeah, I mean, I think that's one of my favorite things about the Dhar Mann crew and the actors. Like, everyone's so nice, so like welcoming. You just feel so comfortable in there. Versus, I've been on different sets where it's like, you know, more rigid and you have to stay to your own space, and whenever they call you out, do your acting, and boom, going back to the trailer or whatever. And so it's like it's very collaborative environment, and I enjoy that a lot.
Yeah.
I met people like you and Jazz and Carlos, and all like
we're all homies now.
Exactly, and we're all friends outside of acting too, which is amazing. And I'm so glad you're here.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming, Mair.
I'm gonna see you next week.
Yes. Guys, we have an exciting shoot coming up. Oh, it might already be out by the time this releases, but
yeah,
it's gonna be a very awesome shoot. We just got the script today. It's gonna be dope, so stay tuned for that one. We can't say anything yet, so just keep an eye out.
Yeah.
But thank you for coming, Mair.
Thank you for having me.
I really appreciate you. You're awesome.
Oh, you too, man.
And I can't wait to work together.
Yes.
Any final words to the audience?
Oh man, just thank you guys so much for tuning in. And please continue to support our channels as well. You know, we have, and all of us have different content that we're gonna be releasing so that you guys can kind of see another side of us and another side of our work and what we like to do. So
awesome.
Thank you guys.
Thank you guys. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed that interview with Mair. She's awesome. Go check her out on all her social media channels. And let me know who else you guys would like to see on the next interviews. All right, till next time, see you guys.